some of TV's greatest shows like Arrested Development or Community. They have directed Captain America: Winter Soldier. Captain America: Civil War. Upcoming Avengers movies. Cleveland, let's hear for your very own Grillo Russo.
Big group of people. How's your Wizard World going so far? Good? Been in this room all day? That's why they put Hemsworth at the end here. You gotta sit and watch us talk for 45 minutes to get Hemsworth. So we're going to do a panel with a very good friend of ours and an amazing actor. A gentleman named Frank Grillo is here, who also plays.
Hello? Wow. It's a lot of people.
It is.
So I got to say this about Frank. Our first Marvel movie was Captain America: Winter Soldier, and a lot of the cast we inherited. Chris Evans was already cast, etc. Scarlett, but one of the great things we got to contribute to Marvel is that we got to cast this guy right here.
And how smart were they?
I gotta ask you first up, Frank, and then we're going to do some questions. I think audience questions. Well, we already got people lined up over there. Team Cap or Team Iron Man? I can't hear you guys. Team Cap or Team Iron Man?
Silence. Team Crossbow. There's only that team.
So you just finished. Frank is doing a show on DirecTV called Kingdom, and you just finished season 3. Is that correct?
Just finished season.
Yeah. When's it air?
That airs June 1st.
And you've got The Purge coming out.
Purge, July 4th. Yes.
Purge fans out here. I don't know if you saw The Purge 2, but he killed it, and that was fantastic. Yeah. And then you got a little movie coming out in May
Called Captain America: Civil War. Which is, I'm going to go out on the limb and say better than Cap 2. Yeah, I know. It's a big statement to make, but I think you guys are going to be blown away.
It's definitely a gut punch. We've been telling people it's really it's an intense movie. We got a lot of new characters in it.
Captain America dies. Oh no, I'm kidding. It's a joke. Falcon dies. No.
Before Frank says anything else too crazy, Frank, we're gonna jump to some questions here. So it's a little hard to see you folks, but how you doing?
Hey, good. So my favorite thing about the movies is the relationship between Cap and Bucky. I was just wondering what your favorite part of the relationship is, and if we're going to see a change in Civil War.
Well, Civil War is a continuum. Hello, it's back. Civil War is a continuation of the Winter Soldier, and because it's a continuation of the Winter Soldier, certainly Bucky is in the film, and he plays a big part in the movie. And the relationship between Cap and Bucky develops more in this film. Cap's been on a journey to get his friend back, who was, you could describe as the longest-serving POW. He was brainwashed by a Hydra, did a lot of bad things for 7 years. So Cap's still on that journey, and Civil War will be able to see how Cap either completes that journey or doesn't. You see whether he gets his friend back or whether he doesn't.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Hi, good afternoon, Joe and Tony. No, I'm
What
glad
about
to see
me?
you.
Why would you not say good afternoon?
Hey man,
He was about to do that, Frank.
all right, I got to binge watch those Purge movies, but
That's all right.
so
Frank can't see where you are. He's looking over there.
All I know is he didn't say hello to me.
I said hello to you guys.
He's looking at the Wizard World sign behind us. No, he's right over here, Frank.
So I appreciate having the brothers back in Cleveland. You know, my dad, I can't get my dad to sit down and watch any superhero movie, but he was really proud and really wanted to come straight to me to tell me all about how he was a bus driver at Benedictine High School, and he must have picked you guys up a few times.
Yeah. You tell him hi for us.
Of course. So my question was, in the course of like the production of The Winter Soldier, or even earlier than that, what was your biggest setback or like a kind of a personal challenge?
Was that moment where we thought Frank wasn't going to do it? That was pretty horrible.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
It's a tough time for you.
I think the biggest setback.
Sam Jackson
Yeah.
was an obstacle.
Was it?
He was a bit of a pain in the ass. I think he was. I love him.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think the biggest obstacle is Anthony Mackie.
He's a pain in the ass as well.
Yeah, I've seen that. They cut the check.
Drop the mic.
I think, yeah. I was just, yeah, I think, these movies are just, they're big, they're complicated movies. So the real trick to them is getting ahead of it when you have to really thoroughly prep the movie. So it's almost like we make the movie several times before we actually make the movie. We do lots of storyboarding, we do animated sequences that represent what we want to shoot. So I think that's the way we sort of stay ahead of everything and keep the problems under control. Is just really thorough preparation so everybody knows what we're doing. We've figured it out beforehand.
Thank you guys.
Next time.
Hi. Sorry. So, I just gotta say that I really love your movies. I really like Winter Soldier. I think you guys did a really good job with it. Me and my friend just really love that. It's actually one of our favorites in the whole Marvel series. I think you did a good job with it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And so you guys are directing the third Avengers movie, right?
Yep.
I mean, don't spoil anything. Like, I know you don't want to do that. Like, don't spoil anything. But so how hard do you think it's going to be to make that film, since there are like so many heroes you're going to put into that? It's basically almost every single hero. How do you think that's going to be a challenge or anything?
Well, we've already broken the stories for both movies. It's Avengers 3 and 4. It's two-part finale. And there are a lot of characters. But we love the outlines. The writers are off writing it right now. And we feel like we all did a great job of integrating all the characters and all the moments. And I think it's everything that you would expect out of an Infinity War film. So, it is a daunting task, but we spent a lot of time, probably 8 months, in breaking story on it. I feel like there's some really great stuff in there. We're excited about it.
Whenever we do have trouble figuring it out, we always defer to our number one rule, which is more Frank Grillo.
I agree with that.
We're going to figure out how to work a Frank Grillo joke into every single answer.
Meanwhile, I'm not in those movies.
Wait, sorry.
That is a great question. Could you say that a little louder?
Is there a chance that Frank's gonna be in Infinity Wars?
Hold on, this is Kevin Feige on the phone. He said, is there any chance more Frank Grillo in Infinity Wars?
There's a chance.
Thanks, man.
This may be an earlier question, but I know earlier you had said that there were going to be 67 of the heroes in the in Infinity Wars. Is that still there? Are they all going to be featured?
Well, we made a mistake. There's actually 68. Yes, there are quite a number of characters in that film. Meaning featured, I mean, look, we have to tell a story, and the story has to be built around the emotional arcs of characters, and you can only have so many emotional arcs. All of the Avengers are in the film, as well as new Avengers, and a lot of ancillary characters, and a lot of, some new characters, and some potentially pairing up of other Marvel properties. So, but we are leaning into a few characters that carry the emotional arcs of the movies, but there are a lot of appearances in the films.
Hello. I just want to say thank you guys so much for Winter Soldier. It's probably my favorite movie of the MCU so far. Best part to me was the action felt so much more real, especially the hand-to-hand combat. But I want to ask more on the idea of more heroes. Is there any lesser-known characters that you guys want to bring to light that you guys want to give your own touch spin on?
The Flaming Carrot.
I'm a fan of him.
Love that.
Gru the Wanderer.
Love that.
I collected the early 80s, so my tastes are pretty old. No, I look at
Batman.
two characters. Wait for the headline tomorrow. Frank Grillo says Batman joins the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You knew what you were doing when you said that. Listen, we have two characters that are like a dream come true for us to introduce in Civil War. One of which is Black Panther. John in the movie, he brings an intensity to the part that's really spectacular and very different from any of the other characters in the universe. And we have another character, a new character, who's a lot younger than that, who hails from New York City, by the name of Spider-Man. Those are two dream characters for us. Spider-Man's probably my favorite character as a kid. And our interpretation of him in the movie is faithful to what I read in the comics when I was a kid. We cast somebody very young to play the part, and Tom Holland was incredibly special in the role, and I think you guys are going to love him. So.
Toxic Pop has a new Facebook page. Like it to see pictures and keep informed about our upcoming events and videos. A link is in the description. Go to www.facebook.com/toxicpop1.